Hello there. So we just hit 10,000 subscribers. That is incredible. I don't even know what to say. I'm going off of this without a script and I don't even know what to say and how to even express myself. So thank you so much. I would not have expected this at all. To celebrate 10,000 subscribers, I wanted to make a Q&A where I allow you to ask me questions and I answer them so you can maybe know me a little bit more so I can... How do people do this shit, man? I should have taken reference from like other creators or something like that. So I have asked you lot on Twitter, Discord and YouTube community to ask me questions and I will start answering questions, I suppose. Let's start off with Twitter. When is Premiere going to crash next? From my experience, Premiere crashes every 5 hours, so here's my recommendation. If you have a video, turn it into a proxy. It'll make the quality of the video very shit, but it will make Adobe Premiere not have a heart attack every 5 hours. I'm sure you answered this before, but why a lemon? So let me give you the lore behind the name Lemon. So back in the good old 2014 days, it wasn't really that good. I was still in school at that time, very shitty. My friend introduced me to League of Legends. I know, he's a criminal. They had this small group where they had the name like Spirit of something. So we were called like the Spirits. There was one that was like Spirit of the Void, Spirit of the Flame, Spirit of the Demon, you know, good old edgy 2014 boy names. And then my dumbass came in like Spirit of the Lemon. It just works. The name stuck with me for such a long time that I just said like, you know what, I will just stick to the name Lemon. It's perfect, it's great. How long does it take you on average to make a video? I would say it depends, but I guess like a video would most probably take like a week, 3 days. It honestly depends. P.S. Who hurt you? Everyone. Everyone hurt me. But no, in all honesty, like sometimes a video can take longer than usual because I would constantly like review every single minute and make sure that I'm enjoying what I'm seeing to the fullest. And if I'm not enjoying it, then I have to do some changes to it. Because if I don't enjoy it, then are people going to enjoy it? This person came in with like 3 questions. That's crazy. Who is your favorite character in Final Fantasy XIV and why? Your Warrior of Light doesn't count. My favorite character, like are we talking aesthetically or story-wise? I'll split it into 2 parts. A favorite character aesthetically, I have to say Lord Hien is really cool. Like the scar on his shoulder, the ponytail, the voice, like it's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool character aesthetically. As for story-wise, I have to say Emmett Selk always takes the cake of like a very good villain. I don't know, it's just a very cool villain. He's a very interesting villain, let's just say that. What is your favorite music track? I'm going to imagine that you're still talking about 14, so let's just stick to that. My favorite track on 14, Valthry's theme called Insanity, I love that track, and Shinryu's theme, which is Scale and Steel, I love those 2 songs. They're really, really good. Which NPC would you smash? I would smash Lucia Junius. Who is your biggest inspiration content-wise? I know a lot of people will comment on my videos saying that I'm very similar to Maxor, and I understand that, but I would be lying if I said that the first video that ever boomed on my channel, which was how it took me a month to make a glamour set, that video was immediately done after watching Maxor's video on Metal Gear Solid and Genshin Impact. Like as soon as I saw those videos, I was like, I want to make a video that is talking about a story that I experienced in a game I love in a very stupid way. And that sounds like a lot of fun. Have you thought about doing a video on Bozia? I really liked your video about Eureka as a fellow Eureka enjoyer and sufferer. I haven't thought about it, but I will definitely keep it in mind. I never really enjoyed Bozia and Zadnor as a content perspective because it felt like it would be really punishing to a person who just wants to experience the game. Alright, let's move on to YouTube then. What is your bench PR? I never really had a personal best or a personal record in the gym. I just went to the gym for like personal athletic reasons. I just wanted to feel better about myself whenever I go to the gym. Favorite job on 14? I will split it into 2 different parts as well. Aesthetically, I love samurai. I just love the whole idea of like a ronin, someone with a samurai sword. Like I just love that aesthetic. But for gameplay, I love Reaper. Reaper is just great. It's simple, it's fun, it's fluid, it's really good design, except Soulsaw and Harvest Moon, those fucking blow, but it's a really good and fun job, I have to say. What do you dislike most about 14? Anything from major problems to the most nitpicky thing you can think of. I think the thing that I dislike the most about 14 is the fact that it doesn't really take any risks as a game. It's a very people pleaser kind of game because they just don't want to upset so many people. Fantasia into Lalafell? I tell you what, I will will make a subathon at some point in time on Twitch, and one of the sub goals will be to Fantasia into a Lalafell for 1 to 2 weeks. How about that? Does that sound like a good idea? Also, I love that the person commented under it saying, don't mistake the question mark, we Lalafells are just being friendly. This is a threat. This is exactly why Lalafells are seen as monsters. What's the difference between garbanzo bean and a chickpea? I never paid $400 to have a garbanzo bean in my mouth. I've never heard of garbanzo. I thought this was gonna be a D's nuts joke. No question, just congrats on hitting 10,000. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Who is your favorite leader of a city-state, and why is it Nanamu Ulnamu? I think a lot of reasons as to why Nanamu Ulnamu is like the best or favorite leader is because she was basically a minion in A Realm Reborn, just sitting on Raban's shoulder. So I think that's why a lot of people liked her. She was basically like a parrot. She was like the only Lalafell that made sense as to why she's doing what she's doing. But no, like in lore-wise, I love Myrtlewib because she feels like a competent leader. Kana Desena is like, she's pretty, but she's not good. Nanamu Ulnamu was like she was an emotional mess. How big is it? If you're asking of my depression, it's massive. And if my forehead, it's pretty big. Lemons or limes? I would go for lemons. You know what? Let's just go for lemons. Limes are basically just underage lemons. Why did I read this post in your voice? Because I am in your walls. Except for Corsair and Green Mage, what is a future new job you're most looking forward to? Final Fantasy XIV is the first Final Fantasy I've ever played, and I know that majority of the jobs that we're getting and that we got are basically references to older games, so I don't know what potential jobs we can have, but I would really like to have a job that revolves around like changing your physiological form in a sense. Think of like Final Fantasy XVI, like changing it to a primal, something like that. So for example, you'd change forms and you'd have different sets and different abilities to use. So I can imagine like there is like a 1-minute burst for this form, a 2-minute burst for this form, and a 3-minute burst for this form. It would be pretty cool to have something like that. Of all the playable races, which one do you like the most other than Hyur, and why? I love Viera, and I think the reason why is because they have a very soft look. Like their nose is pretty soft, their jaw is pretty soft, lips are pretty soft, eyes are pretty soft. Like everything about Viera looks soft. I think I just dig the mommy look that Vieras have. Let's just say that. Man, I love frogs. What is your address for blackmailing purposes? Also, are you open to potential collabs, and what would be the communication method? My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live in 308. What the fuck was that quote again? But there you go, that's my location. But no, I am most definitely open to collabs with people that are bigger than me, smaller than me, same size channel. Like I'm very open to collabs and, you know, meeting new people and having conversations with new people. It sounds like an awesome opportunity to have. What car do you drive? A 2016 Volkswagen Jetta. Why no love for the Roa? We deserve love too, all 5 of us. If you go onto my stream, I will most probably do a whoa on your Roa or any female character that isn't a Lalafell. What was the most unexpected but welcome experience in Final Fantasy XIV? Also, the cat still fucks up your wires? I really love how you still remember like that one incident in my most poorly made video I've ever done on this channel. Here's a video of him if you wanted to know how he looks like. But no, he doesn't fuck up my wires. The most unexpected but welcome experience in 14, I have to say, like back in 2021, my friend joined Final Fantasy XIV because Shadowlands was taking a nosedive. He really enjoyed his experience on 14 that he stayed by, and when I finished Shadowbringers, I wanted to pack it up and just wait for Endwalker. I didn't want to spend more money on the subscription. But then he introduced me to like friends that I still talk to this day. It was honestly a very interesting experience to see like how this guy that I knew that was super hardcore in World of Warcraft, did heroic raids, mythic plus 20 and all of these things, just went into becoming a very casual player in 14 that just enjoys the company of people. Then I kind of grew to have the same perspective and just want to enjoy the game for what it is rather than just doing content consistently. And now I just enjoy having both of those things. Alright, let's move on to Discord. What's hotter between Futanari Vieras and Mikotes in a cage? I will go for chicks with dicks, I guess. I don't know. Have you successfully made it through school? I did. I graduated through school, surprisingly, and I graduated through university with a bachelor's degree in arts. I'm useless. What's your ideal taco? Whenever I think of eating something Mexican, I always think of like having a burrito. But if I had to pick a taco, it would be like a soft shell taco with chicken and whatever else on the taco that makes it a taco. How did you come to learn video editing, and how long have you been practicing? I came to learn video editing through university, but then later on I started teaching myself slowly, little by little, by looking at other people's content and kind of replicating what they do and start to see if I'm able to do it and make it even better in some way. Judging by how long this channel has been active, I think it's around 5 years by now. Why is your ERP alter ego Lamone? It's because Because you put the A in lemon so you can make them moan, you know? So, fuck, I want to kill myself. Which female race do you prefer among those available? And why is it Aura girls? I think the only reason as to why it would be Aura girls is because Aura girls look pretty good unmodded. Viera girls would have the same power as Aura girls, but unfortunately, they don't have that many hairstyles that Aura do. But besides that, my personal opinion on preference in female races in this game, it would be Viera. Who are you? My name is Walter. I am the person in your walls. How about that? Do you have a favorite Pokemon? If so, which one? Now, I know a lot of people are going to make fun of me when I say this, and I know it's not because of the copy pasta, but I really love Vaporeon just because of the aesthetics of the Pokemon. But when I was younger, I loved Charizard, but then again, Charizard is not a dragon, so I don't know what to trust. What started your passion for YouTube and making Final Fantasy XIV videos? And got any tips for people wanting to start with YouTube and Twitch? What got me passionate for YouTube was just looking at a lot of people that really enjoyed making videos for the sake of entertainment, like PewDiePie, like Markiplier, like Jacksepticeye. When I saw those people making those videos, it's not because they wanted to make money off of it, but it's just because they wanted to share their moments that they had in a game, and that's something that I really valued when I was younger. I didn't want to make videos because I wanted to make money or gain fame. It's because I wanted people to enjoy and laugh with me, or just laugh at the things I've experienced, and that is the biggest inspiration that I have when it comes to making YouTube videos. As for making 14 videos, it's because I kind of realized that in the 14 content space, majority of the very popular videos are mostly just guides or 10 things about a race that says about you or something like that. Like I that was very poor English, holy shit. As for tips, remember when people said don't judge a book by its cover? Well, you have to judge a book by its cover in YouTube. Your thumbnail and your title have to be the hook and the selling point of your video. You can have a really good video and a very strong idea, but it's not advertised properly through thumbnails and through titles. So if you have a really strong thumbnail with like very strong colors and very hyper focus on the character or what's happening in the thumbnail alongside a very catchy and snappy title, then it will really help you with YouTube. As for Twitch, I'm not sure, but if I were to be completely honest with you, the only way to grow on Twitch is to develop a community through YouTube or TikTok or something like that and slowly herd them to Twitch. So I'm going to do that now. I have a Twitch, by the way. You can go in the description down below, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch. I stream sometimes. More music production streams when? Concern. I do want to make a stream where I make music for People's Warriors of Light. I know some people might not be familiar with that, but there was a time that I made music for People's Warriors of Light. I will put the playlist in the description as well if you want to hear the songs that I made for myself and for other People's Warriors of Light. And speaking of that, here's a small snippet of a song I made recently. I made that song for a friend's Warrior of Light, and I really am happy with it, and I will show it fully on stream, and I will make a video about music with People's Warriors of Light at some point again, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. That's why you should follow the Twitch and join Discord and all of that. Will you ever parse over gray? I did, bitch, multiple times. Do you see these logs? What is the most difficult part of making your videos? Which part do you dread the most, and which one do you look most forward to? I think the most difficult part of making a video is just making sure that whatever joke or whatever funny moment I have or had in a video is still funny. Because there are moments when I make a video and I look consistently and listen to the moment and listen to the joke time and time again that I just feel like it's not funny anymore. As for the part that I dread the most in a video is that after recording the script and after recording the video, when it comes to editing and not being able to reach the vision that I had in my head when recording and writing the script in the first place. As for the part that I look most forward to, it's ending the video and feeling like I'm very proud of what I did. Like the chaos and the mess that I made, I'm extremely proud of it. P.S. These nuts. Are there any other games you like to play besides 14? Recently, no. But before I used to be very into like many different games like Warframe, League of Legends, Valorant, Monster Hunter World, but I am thinking of doing Baldur's Gate 3 at some point in time, so maybe that is another game that I would like to play. What's your League of Legends main champion, role, and what was your ranked peak? My favorite League of Legends champion, a lot of people are gonna hate me when I say this, but it was Yasuo. I really loved Yasuo, and if you remember the previous answer on the samurai part or the job part in 14, I loved the aesthetic of samurais or ronins or something like that. So yeah, I main mid, that was my main role. As for the ranked peak, it was gold. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? It would be chocolate, coffee, and cotton candy. Why are you so guarded against new followers? I'm not sure I understand the question fully, but I will think of it in two different ways. Why am I so guarded against new followers? I'm not. I'm very open to having new followers and having new people come around the community. It's honestly really awesome to see someone join the Discord or someone comment saying that they subscribe to the channel or seeing someone follow the Twitch channel. It's really nice to see like new names popping up. It's honestly incredible. But if you meant why am I guarded against new followers, as in like why do I not have more followers, like I'm not gaining new followers that quick or that easily, it's just because the internet is a very saturated place and I'm not able to grow so easily because I have to claw my way through with new content or a new sense of humor or a new taste to add to the palette of the content that we're getting already right now in 14. But I'm not sure how your question was supposed to be taken, so those are the two ways that I thought of it. Where do you think you'd be creatively now if it wasn't for the passion 14 brings you? Also, why are you so sexy? I mean, lemons kind of look like this or like this, so when you see this, you tell me. But creatively, I think I would have just done like those, you know, commentary videos where I'm with friends and we just fuck around in a game and just have like funny moments or something like that. I think that's where I would have been creatively. How do you deal with burnout / lack of motivation? Also, left Twix or right Twix? I'm right-handed, so I usually go for the right Twix if I ever go for Twix. Usually I go for Galaxy. But how do I deal with burnout and lack of motivation? I can kind of like spread it in different parts. Like for example, if I want to make a song but I'm very demotivated and I'm burnt out from trying to do different things, what I would do is I would listen to my favorite songs or listen to new music and analyze every little piece of it and just see like what do I like about the song, and I will kind of replicate it in a way that says that I did it, and it's not really like, oh, it's just a rip off of this one song. And that's something that I do consistently. But the problem is that sometimes that doesn't always work, and the best thing to do about, you know, burnout and lack of motivation is to kind of like take a step back, remove that feeling like you have to do something, enjoy your day off, enjoy your lazy days. Do you even like lemons? I already answered the second part of the question, so I'll answer the first one. I like lemons because they add a new flavor to the entire taste palette. Kind of like what I'm doing to the Final Fantasy 14 community. Ahaha, damn, I got zero fucking riz. Will you do an ultimate with me one day? I will do an ultimate with people when I actually am not a burden to PF itself, because I am the founder of the PFTO. If you don't know what that is, it's the Party Finder terrorist organization, and I'm the head of it. Do you nya or meow? I nya. Do you call milk laban? So Arabic is a very interesting language because in Egyptian slang we call milk laban, but in places like Lebanon and Syria they say laban as in yogurt. So it's always fun. But to answer your question, yes, I do. How do you feel about lemonade? It's basically my piss, but tasty. Pause. And that is all the questions that is available to us. Thank you so much for asking your questions, and thank you for being a part of this community and helping this channel reach 10,000 subscribers. Thank you for joining the Discord, subscribing to my YouTube, following me on Twitter and Twitch. It really means a lot. If you want to join the Discord and follow me on Twitch, links are in the description down below. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you're from, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is.